everyone, and welcome back to the Breakdown Tech. Today I'm going to be going over a $500 gaming PC build. Yeah, you saw that right. You saw the title. You heard my voice. It's $500 to get an awesome gaming PC that'll be able to play most modern games at 1080p 60 FPS medium settings and pretty much all modern games at 1080p 60 FPS low settings. So this is a budget build, sure, but you'll have some expandability over time, and overall this will get you off started on your gaming PC journey for just $500. So, nevertheless, let's go ahead and jump on into it. But first, a message from our sponsor, which is actually Amazon. You can check out any and all of the links that we mentioned in this video on Amazon in the description down below. And if you purchase anything through any of those links, it does help support our channel directly. So thank you very much for doing that in advance. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and jump on into this build. So, first and foremost here, we are looking at our CPU, which is from AMD. It's a Ryzen 3 2200G 3.5 gigahertz base clock quad core CPU. This is going to be an awesome CPU for you here and be able to competently play those modern games that you're looking to play. It's just a great budget CPU from AMD. That's where AMD has always shined, and with the Ryzen series, we all know they've done incredibly well with it. An equivalent CPU from Intel would probably be at least 50 to 75% higher, so awesome stuff from AMD on this one, and that's why we're going with the 2200G. And from that, we need a motherboard, so we're going with the ASRock B450M HDV. This is a motherboard that out of the box will work with your CPU, which was a problem for a while, but this one will work without any issues, and it supports up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. It also has a bit of PCI expansion, meaning if you wanted to add in a Wi-Fi card in addition to your graphics card, you could do that. So great stuff there, and a great motherboard to kind of be the base for this build. Now, I mentioned this thing was upgradable to 32 gigabytes of RAM, but we're not starting with 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's just not possible in the current climate. RAM prices are still pretty flippin' high, so we're going to be going with two 4 gigabyte sticks of G.Skill Aegis DDR4 2133 megahertz RAM. Now, this is going to be a competent amount of RAM for gaming and things like that, but if you want to do some more intense tasks that require RAM, like photo editing or something like that on this PC, you'll need to get 16, which is easy to do. Just buy two more 4 gigabyte sticks and upgrade in the future. Very simple stuff there. I'll also link some G.Skill RAM down below if you decide to start with 16 gigabytes out the gate, but it's not required at all if you are just looking to game. And that's our temporary storage in our RAM, but what about our hard storage? Well, we're going with the tried and true 1 terabyte Western Digital Blue standard HDD for this system. You do not need an SSD for this thing. It's not within the budget, and you don't need it, so we're not putting one in here. But with 1 terabyte of space, this Western Digital Blue drive will be plenty of room to store your games, your operating system, and keep any and all programs that you want on your computer. From there, we need to talk about our graphics card, which is in fact the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. This is one of the lower-end graphics cards in NVIDIA's lineup right now, but that's okay, because it's still going to allow you to play those modern games like Fortnite and PUBG and things like that at 1080p 60 FPS medium settings, and that's what we're looking at here, and that's what this PC and this graphics card will be able to do. Plus, it only has a 9% bottleneck with our CPU, so that's a plus as well. So at this point, we've knocked out all the main components. We've got an AMD Ryzen 3 CPU, we've got an awesome NVIDIA graphics card, some solid RAM from G.Skill, but we still need a box to put it all in, and we're going with a budget of the budget. If there's one place in this that I would actually recommend if you have an extra 20 or 30 bucks upgrading, it's actually the case. And in this case, we're going with the Roswell SCM-01. This is a super budget $20 case that will fit this perfectly, right? This will work. But if you can spend 10 more bucks, there are a lot better cases out there, and I would recommend checking out my video on the top 5 PC cases under $30 at the eye up there, and it'll show you all of those awesome cases. I would recommend buying one of those. This system will fit in any of those, so yeah. Go check that out if you don't like this case or have a little bit extra to spend, even just 10 more dollars. But to keep this thing under 500 bucks, I went ahead and put it in this case. It's going to get the job done. It's just not going to have great cable management, and it's going to be a bit tight when you're building your system. That'll be helped, though, by our semi-modular power supply coming from Corsair. It's their 450-watt CXM, and again, it is semi-modular, meaning it's going to have some cables, but most of the cables you actually add in if you need them. This is great because it allows us to keep the price a little lower while still giving us some flexibility and not having a big bundle of cables when we're said and done with the build. So all of this together, what's the price? What does it come out to be? Well, it comes out to be $550 $4. Yes, I know, $4 over before mail-in rebates. However, after mail-in rebates, this comes in at a cool $493. Yep, for under $500, you can get yourself an awesome gaming PC that'll be able to play games at 1080p 60 FPS. Nevertheless, guys, if you decide to buy this system, please consider doing so through the links in the description down below. That does help support our channel. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome tech videos. My name is Nick, this has been The Breakdown Tech, and I am out, guys. Peace.